First challenge is simple. Cook us one marvelous dish. But you must use one of the ingredients under these cloches.
I love this challenge. Things are gonna get a little hot in here. What are they? Chilies. Poblano chilies. Jalapenos. Starting to see a little pattern here, huh?
Ooh.
Cayenne chilies.
I'm starting to realise that those minutes under the chilies is all the cooking time you're going to get. And 15 minutes is not much time at all.
Next one. Piquin. You see what's happening here?
They're getting hotter.
They're getting hotter.
If there's anything I don't want to cook with, it's hot chilies. For the simple fact, I can't handle them.
It's going to be very hot in here, especially when we look under this cloche.
I'm scared.
Come on, George, it's okay. Yep, the chilies are getting hotter. So under here, habanero. You have to cook with one of these chilies. The hotter the chili, the harder the dish, so the more time you have to cook that dish. That's why these little babies, you only get 5 minutes, and that's why the habaneros, you have 30 minutes.
But there's one more chili that I need to show you. Now, this chili is the hottest chili in the world. This is the Trinidad Scorpion Butch Tea chili. You know, that your tongue pretty much looks like that after you've tasted just a tiny bit of it. If you chose to cook with this, you'd have to wear a face mask. You'd have to wear gloves. If you touch this chili, your hands would be numb for 2 days.
Jeez.
So, it's off the table. Sarah, you're married into an Indian family, or Indian family's married into your family. You must love chili.
I do love chili, but I know that you guys can't handle too much spice, but...
What?
Well,
not us, guys.
George.
I love chili, it's him.
Maybe you should have been not here today.
Maybe.
Maybe.
The rules are simple. You need to cook us a delicious dish. It's about being able to be smart cooks to introduce the flavour of the chili rather than just the punch and smack of the chili, yeah? You guys will be picking the chili that you want to cook with. We'll be working that out. A little MasterChef classic, the knife pull.
I really want to get the habanero chili for the simple reason I've got the most time.
Sarah, number one. That means you're first.
Oh, great girl.
I knew she was going to take that one. Okay, Tash. Number two. That means you go second.
I'm definitely looking at the hotter chilies that give me a longer cooking time.
Brent, go 5 minutes, man. Go 5 minutes. Be brave.
I'd be crazy to choose a 5-minute dish. Sorry, Georgie. So I'm gonna go with the cayenne. 5 minutes. No way. 15 minutes isn't long, but the opportunity to cook against a top chef would be absolutely mind-blowing, and I'll do anything I can to win this community challenge.
Sarah, your time starts now.
I definitely think I've got an advantage today. I've chosen the habanero chilies. They're the hottest, but it means I've got the longest time for cooking, 30 minutes.
Come on, Sarah.
All right, I'm doing it. Today, I'm going to make pork mince samosa with a chili chutney and a raita.
Is it hot?
It is pretty hot.
fascinating challenge because obviously it's a balance of heat and time. How do you temper something like a habanero? How do you make it cooler?
I think 30 minutes is very, very alluring. How would you do it, Kylie?
First of all, I guess I'd cut them open. I'd remove that inner membrane. Would I blanch them and then grill them, or would I slow roast them? It's sort of like cooking them for a long amount of time to sort of reduce the heat a little bit. They're quite scary, I have to say.
I finished my dough and I'm happy with that. So now I've got to get my oil in the pan up to temperature so that I can deep fry my samosa. I'm using the hottest chili today, so I really have to be careful not to make it too hot so my samosa's inedible. I just want to do a little chili jam on the side. I know George isn't a chili fan, so I'm going to make a little chili jam with habanero on the side so the judges can adjust the heat to their liking.
I love the fact that you're living dangerously and not only are you putting it in the main component, the samosa, but then you're going to make us a chili jam to dip the samosas into.
Yeah, because you guys have got different taste buds.
I love chili.
So I love chili as well, but I want that balance of pleasure and pain.
Yeah, exactly. So what about this sweaty head?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
That's half of the pleasure.
Obviously, I'm worried about the flavour of the chili and getting that in there without taking it too far.
Right, 10 minutes down, 20 minutes to go. That means Tash is cooking. 20 minutes.
I'm going to take a big risk today. I'm going to use chili in a dessert. So I have to make sure to balance the heat of the chili with the sweetness of the dessert. But if I pull it off, I know that dish is going to set me apart from the other two. I'm going to make a pineapple and chili sorbet with a macerated fruit salad. I peel and core my pineapple, put that in the Thermomix along with some ice. One big hurdle in this dish, and that is making a sorbet in that 20 minutes. That has to be made and frozen in that time span.
I'm pretty nervous about the fact that I've only got 15 minutes. I've got the shortest amount of time and the least experience cooking with chilies.
You're almost on, Brent.
Yeah. It's all about the chilies to get loads in there.
For me, in the cayenne is what I'm drawn to. I would use it in a way where it becomes the body of the dish.
Yeah.
So, you know, char it really gently, maybe make a puree.
Try the green one.
Oh, that's hot.
I think what the weirdest thing is the man who doesn't like chilies has probably made the best choice in terms of those cayenne.
Yeah, absolutely. 15 minutes down, that means 15 to go. Brent, let's get into the pantry.
Brent, what are you cooking?
I'm going to use the mussels. I'm going to use a bit of white wine and the chili and toss it through a bit of garlic.
Let's get the herbs.
You know, all in one pan, make it delicious. Yeah, come on, community, man. That's what's on the line.
Go, Brent, go, Brent, go, Brent.
Unreal, Brent. You're on a winner, mate.
I've picked up a few nice ingredients so I can put up a nice little dish with mussels and hopefully make chili the star.
Good choice.
Good choice. Excellent choice.
Well, there's been a bit of a running joke in the house with Brendan and his chili eating. Brent calls himself the chili virgin because he's not good with heat, which didn't go down too well when the girls made him a coffee the other night full of chili. So this challenge has probably come a little bit too soon for him, but he's got the mildest ones out of the bunch, so yeah, I think he'll do well.
Come on, then. Idea? What is it?
I'm going to do some mussels with a chorizo, white wine, toss it through with the chili and serve it on a bit of bread.
Great idea for that amount of time, Brent.
Okay, good. I like the sound of that idea. But you got a motor, right?
Yeah.
Come on, then.
Come on, Brenty. Get him cranking, mate.
Remember, this little hot round is about the chance to fight for immunity. Keep that in mind. 10 minutes to go.
Come on. Go.
I'm still trying to get the right balance of chili in my pineapple sorbet. I cut the tips off the chilies because they're slightly less hot than the walls of the chili.
Will she have time to set your sorbet?
I mean, that's going to be, you know, fingers crossed. Great idea.
Great idea.
I've only got 10 minutes, so if my sorbet doesn't set properly, I won't have a chili element on my dish at all, and I will be completely out of the running to get that immunity pin.
Things are hotting up. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go.
Come on, mate.
5 minutes left to go. I'm really worried. My oil is nowhere near hot enough to deep fry my samosa. I put my samosa in the oil and nothing happens. It's not even bubbling.
You're in desperate times, so you've either got to take some oil out. How much oil do you realistically need to fry them in?
So I just pour some of the oil out and hope it comes to temperature quicker. I need to really get motoring, otherwise I'm not going to get a dish up.
I debeard about 7 or 8 mussels because I know not all of them will open.
Just get it all on, mate.
Get those muscles in there, Brent. Lid on.
I'm frantic, time's ticking away. I just hope that I've got enough time to do it all.
This is it, 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes before we determine the right of who's going to challenge for immunity.
I'm right down to the wire now. I'm nearly out of time, but the oil's finally up to temperature. I just hope that the samosa cooks through and the pastry is nice and crispy.
I've got rock melon and honeydew sitting in the ginger and mint and lime dressing, and I'm just hoping that my sorbet is setting in the freezer.
30 seconds to go. Come on.
30 seconds to go, and I still haven't got my sorbet on the plate. And I'm just hoping that it's set. My sorbet is set, and I've never been more relieved.
Go, guys!
Go, Brent, you got your bread yet too, mate. Don't forget your bread.
The time has come. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,